When is the best time to stop breastfeeding your baby, and how should you do it? How long do you need to continue breastfeeding once you start? What, 3 months? 6 months? What, a year? Or even more years? The World Health Organization, WHO, and other health organizations recommend that mothers breastfeed exclusively for the first 6 months of their baby's life and then supplement with other foods, known as complementary foods, until their child is at least 2 years old. This is due to the fact that breast milk is not only a food, but also a natural comfort if your baby is worried or tired. Additionally, it contains immune components that increase significantly when you get sick. When is the best time to begin weaning, my child? Weaning is the process of weaning your baby from breast milk. Ideally, the introduction of complementary foods, along with breast milk feeding, should begin around 6 months. Ideally, the introduction of complementary foods, along with breast milk feeding, should begin around 6 months. Weaning continues until other foods and drinks completely replace breast milk. After 6 months, your baby will require higher levels of certain nutrients, such as iron, zinc, vitamins B and D, that he will not be able to obtain from his mother's milk or his own reserves. How do you stop breastfeeding? When you decide to wean your baby, it is best to start slowly. Stopping breastfeeding abruptly may put you at risk for breast engorgement, blocked ducts, or mastitis, as well as causing a disruption in your baby's digestive and immune systems. Furthermore, it may be emotionally difficult for both of you. Breastfeeding should be discontinued before 6 months. If you are unable to breastfeed your baby until 6 months and want to try mother-led weaning, begin by removing 1 feed per day and replacing it with a bottle of formula. Begin with the midday feed if possible. Babies are amazing. They can detect the smell of mother's milk from a long distance. Therefore, ask your partner or relative to give your baby the bottle while you are in another room. As your body adjusts to producing less milk, you may notice your breasts becoming fuller and softer. If you're feeling uneasy, try expressing just enough milk to relieve your discomfort without stimulating your body to produce more. Take another feed every day until the body adjusts to the new volume, usually after a few days. Repeat until you no longer need to breastfeed and your baby is completely weaned. If you want to keep the intimacy and health benefits of breastfeeding, but need to reduce feedings, try partial weaning, which allows you to replace only a few sessions with formula. After 6 months, discontinue breastfeeding. When your baby is around 6 months old and begins to feed on solid foods, you will notice that his desire to breastfeed naturally decreases over time. Within a year, she will most likely be taking 2 feedings per day, supplemented by nutritious meals and snacks. If you want to reduce the number of feedings even more, do so gradually, eliminating 1 at a time and offering your baby formula if he is under 12 months old. Cow's milk should not be consumed by infants under the age of 1 year. There are numerous ways to divert your baby's attention away from changing his or her feeding patterns. Instead of feeding, some mothers offer their baby a drink and a snack, foods that you can share to create a stronger bond. You could also alter your daily routine, play her favorite game, or substitute some pampering from you or your partner for a meal. Some children will take longer than others to adjust to the change, but things will get better over time. If you are having difficulty weaning, it is always a good idea to seek advice from your pediatrician. Natural breastfeeding cessation. If you decide to let your baby decide when to stop breastfeeding, also known as baby-led weaning or full-term breastfeeding, the process will most likely be slow and gradual. Her feedings will most likely become shorter and less frequent over time, and some mothers report a sudden loss of interest in breastfeeding. Your body should have plenty of time to adjust, so you should have little trouble with annoying breast engorgement. Weaning, on the other hand, can be emotionally taxing. Therefore, take the time to pamper your baby and share special moments together. Have you started weaning your child yet? Tell us in the comments how you did it.